Welcome to Straight Talk. I'm your host, Eddie Velez. A lot of us may affectionately know them as Mr. Brown and not my Cora. They are with us today, David and Tamela Mann on Straight Talk, and we're going to be having a fantastic time talking about celebrities and servanthood. Good to have y'all on the show.
Good to be here.
How are you?
Good to be here. Good to be here.
I thought all along that the white goatee man was legitimate and truthful.
It's coming. As the years go by, it's starting to get white on its own. I won't need the makeup in a few years.
Tweezers.
I tried that, but they keep coming back faster than I can pull them, and that hurts.
I have no hope. Good to have you guys. You guys have had an incredible run of success by God's grace.
Yes.
Nothing but God's grace.
He has trusted y'all with much. Singing with Kirk Franklin and the Family, stage plays, television, motion pictures, and even we're going to be talking in a future episode with you about an incredible CD project that you have out.
The master plan, exactly.
How do you guys stay focused and grounded on just being, I don't know, the normal people that you started out being before all this?
Well, we don't get caught up in the hype, for one.
Yeah, this is what we do. It's not who we are. And I think where a lot of people get caught up in this celebrity, if that's what you want to call it, is the lack of accountability.
Yes.
Right. We hold each other accountable. There's been some times when she pulled me to the side and said, that ain't gonna work, and that's not of God.
Like she read, like she read you.
Yes,
a little read.
Yeah, and that's what we need. A lot of times we get people that are surrounding the celebrities, and everybody has hidden agendas and won't say, hey, look.
And yes to everything, and you don't need anybody to say yes to everything.
You need to tell them what you need them to hear.
Yes.
Exactly.
That's great. So you guys, you were expressing to me before in the back dressing room about your burden and passion for servanthood.
Yes.
Why is that important?
Well, because first and foremost, this is what it's all about, ministry.
But you guys are stars. Let's just be real.
Well, we all stars in God's eyes.
Oh, my.
I felt a shot on that.
We are. We are. I mean, but to be able to serve, to me, that's most and foremost important.
Right.
Because to go home and be able to even just cook for my pastor, invite him over and cook for him and his family and other people from the church, go to the church and actually serve other artists that, in our caliber. That come in.
You don't hire a chef or cater it?
They might, but if I'm there, I would rather do it.
You make your own macaroni and cheese?
It's my own macaroni and cheese.
Oh, my.
Tamela Mann can burn.
Yes, but I mean.
And I'm going to give you a for instance. We were special guests at this conference.
Sure.
And, after they get through, we got through doing what we were doing, we'd go back and have the dinner and everything.
Yeah.
And we're sitting at the table, and she'd get up from the table and start collecting the plates. The pastor lost it. What are y'all doing? She said, Pastor, she got up and started serving. And she had to explain to the pastor, I understand where you're coming from, and I do apologize if I offended you, but I'm just a servant.
I really am.
This is what we do. I mean, when we get home off the road and without all the cameras and all of this, we get home, we want to serve at church. We come to serve.
Yes.
That's absolutely incredible. Now, you guys are going to be embarking on an endeavor with respect to a cruise that's going to be going down into the Caribbean.
Yes, yes.
David, talk to us about that.
It's called Cruise with a Cause.
Cruise with a Cause.
Cruise with a Cause.
Say that five times.
No.
Cruise with a Cause.
Cruise with a Cause.
It's put together by Matthew Donaway, and God has given him a vision to go out to different countries and just do mission work. And when he approached us with it, it was like, well, let's see what it's about. It's a cruise it's a real diverse cruise. You have people like Jason Crabb and his family, John Hagee, Bishop Paul and Deborah Martin, Donnie McClurkin, Tamela and myself. So it's a real diverse cruise.
Wow.
And what it is you have this week of seminars. I think they're going to have a women's conference on it. There's going to be men's conference. Any conference you need is going to be on this cruise for marriage. And what it is, we go to Jamaica and we have 2 days. We go into the schools, go into all the schools there in Jamaica, and we do mission work. We just tell people about our Savior.
Right.
Go to the streets and tell them about our Savior. At the end of the cruise, the 2 days, we have this huge night where all the artists come, the preachers come, and we just have this huge night of church.
Right.
Just church.
Now, David, I would have to ask you, and Tim, you could jump in for this as well. Celebrities, whether it's tragedies in Haiti, Katrina, and other catastrophic events, celebrities often will surface at those times and want to show their servanthood and we saw Frank Lucas and handing out turkeys in Harlem. In Harlem. But I mean, is servanthood, what's the genuineness of it for you? Why is servanthood important to you?
Because when I think back how poor that I grew up and things that I couldn't get, I mean, even with my family, I mean, it's just the fact of reaching out, giving back.
Right.
I mean, like you think about what you went through and you want to make it a little lighter for another child or another kid that went through the same sufferings that you went through.
Right.
So to me, that's the ministry of it, and it gives you such a great, it's like, I can't even explain the feeling that it gives you,
Sure.
the warmth that it gives you when you give to somebody who's in need, and you're not only just thinking about what you need, but you're giving somebody else that needs worse than you.
Yeah.
And there's always someone that's worse off than you.
And for me, like, I have this thing, and they always give me, Christmas is not like the big giving time for me.
Criminal.
You know, not for, I believe that Christmas and Thanksgiving not the only time that people on the street are hungry.
Yeah.
Sure.
It's not the only, but we come out, we gotta feed them Thanksgiving, which is fine. I'm not saying there's
Right.
anything wrong with it.
Yeah, we
but
should.
there are other days that people are on the streets hungry.
Yeah.
And so I believe we gotta do something all year round for people.
Right.
I mean, we can do for Christmas, we can do for Thanksgiving, but don't forget about those other days that people are out there starving. Not only, you know, from a physical, but spiritually.
Sure.
So we got to get out there and do stuff all year round.
You know, the Apostle Paul says over there, I think in Philippians chapter 2, that don't look out only for your own burdens, look out for the burdens of others also.
Yes.
How does that chemistry, that work, servanthood, work for you guys when you're on the road doing either stage plays or filming a movie? And do you find each other, you guys serving each other there? Or
Yes.
Are you helping Floyd the Barber? Is Floyd the Barber helping Tyler? or
We're
Madea?
always
We
we're
always helping one
sitting
another.
there.
And the thing for me as the woman, I'm not gonna let any other woman outdo me doing for my husband.
So what did you just say?
I'm not gonna let any other woman
Look into the
outdo.
camera,
I'm
Mookie.
not gonna let any other woman outdo me for my husband.
And that's the
I mean,
same here.
it's just like, even we have people that help for his wardrobe, but he'll come to me or I go to him and I'll fix his shirt or whatever.
And it's just a habit.
I mean,
you have
it's
like-
not that they, I tell them it's not that I'm trying to take your job or do your job, but I'm just a very hands-on person.
Right.
And when it comes to him,
Right.
I want to make sure that everything is taken care of for
Right.
him. I mean, that goes like, into like
And
marriage.
we have a house. We have a housekeeper, and I'm doing the cooking for this. Daddy wants the eggs a certain way, so
Right.
I'm gonna do the cooking today. So thank you
Yes,
very much.
yes, but it's
Sit
just-
back.
But she don't take her earrings and her shoes off. Like,
No, it doesn't get ugly. It doesn't get ugly.
But
I
she'll
mean,
let them know
anybody,
that,
but-
hey, I'm here to, and it's the same way. I always tell her, and she says it's a selfish statement, but I always tell her that there is no possible way that she can love me as much as I love her.
And I was like, that's wrong.
That's not
That's
good.
wrong.
You shouldn't
That's
make
so
that
wrong.
kind of statement, but okay, show me. Now,
That's great. We've been talking to David and Tamela Mann, affectionately known by so many of us as
Mr. Brown and Cora. Cora, get in there and sit down.
an incredible couple, and we're going to be talking to them about marriage and about an incredible project that she has out, and you're going to definitely want to be a part of our interviews to come right here on Straight Talk. Take care.